Hello! Today we are going to be discussing beauty and what makes you beautiful and how to be beautiful and all those great things. Just be me, of course, obviously. That's a bad idea, please don't do that. Whenever I think of like beauty and all this beauty out there, I think of the natural world around me, right? You have these giant canyons, and you have rolling sand dunes and glaciers and all these really beautiful places in the world, and you look at pictures of them and the pictures are beautiful, but being there and actually experiencing that, there's so much more beauty than a picture can ever capture. I think that us being a part of the natural world, people being a part of the natural world, we share a lot of that beauty in the same way that there's beauty in the natural world. If you were to go to any of these places, if you go to Grand Canyon, you would have the beauty, you would have dust getting in your nose, there would be ants, there would be the sun. If you go to glaciers, the Antarctic, it's freezing cold over there. The jungle, there's like giant bugs and shit. But you don't hear people go talk about how much the Grand Canyon fucking sucks because there were ants everywhere. And if someone were to say that, then majority of people would look at them and be like, well, you're not appreciating it for what it is. You're not there to actually experience the Grand Canyon, you know? That's not what we focus on. But when it comes to us and like our bodies and our beauty, we focus on like the little flaws. We focus on the acne and the double chins and the discoloration, the dark armpits and all that stuff. And it's much in the same way that like that's just a part of being human. That's a part of having a body. Much in the same way that going and experiencing these places, you experience all of them, the whole dynamic. And having those flaws, which flaws aren't really problems, flaws in the sense of you know, our bodies and beauty or whatever, they're not problems. It's just part of being in this natural world, is that there's two sides to the coin, there's a full experience. Our idea of beauty is, in our society at least, is very much a transcendent beauty, where instead of embracing what it is to be human, we try to escape from that and we try to move up. So we cover our faces, we, you know, put ourselves in weird shapes, and we try to get as far away from being human as possible. Which, I mean, in that, there is some beauty to that, right? And the beauty of space and the models and this whole idea of perfect beauty. But it's just one facet of beauty. It's a small aspect of what beauty is. And the beauty that we have right here is the beauty that's all around us. The beauty in the people are the people that are right here in our lives. And so, instead of focusing on those small things, just learning to accept them, learning to embrace them as the full experience, and not seeing them as problems. And that, I think, is really what beauty comes down to. Seeing that humanity, seeing that life, seeing what it really truly is to be human, and to have a body, to have a mind, to have experiences and a life. And if those places out there weren't so extreme, if the elements weren't there in the Antarctic or in the deserts, the forests, would people be so enticed? Would researchers and explorers and campers, would they love those places so much if it wasn't for that full experience of the elements, if it was just like looking at a picture? Being able to notice beauty, seeing beauty, is something that we have to develop, that we have to work on. You can look at artists and musicians and they can see things or hear things that are really subtle that normal people don't pick up on. And even if you're not an artist, if you spend time to develop a taste in literature and music, you go out of your element, you go out of what you're used to, and you have to really work at building a taste in these things. That's the same thing with being able to see beauty and notice beauty, is that we're only able to notice so much innately, and much of what we find beautiful is what we have to work for, because you can find anything beautiful. You just have to be able to see it that way. And if we don't do that, then we don't have a developed sense of what beautiful is. All we have is what's shown to us, which are these advertisements and commercials of makeup and weight loss pills and clothes and stuff like that. And so that's all we have. That's where our sense of beauty comes from. And unless you go to actually actively develop it, you're gonna miss out on so much of what makes people beautiful. It's not really a question of whether you're beautiful or not beautiful. It's just a question of whether you're perceiving it that way. That's pretty much that. Let me know your thoughts on this. I know that there's a lot on beauty out there, and it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and so hopefully this brings something to you at least. And I'll see you guys around. Alright, have a good one.